Money. You think about it every day, sometimes every hour. You worry about where it comes from and where it goes. You watch it closer than your own calories, cholesterol, and blood pressure. But if it's so important, what is it? How does it work? Why does it work? Could you make sense of it to, say, a visitor from another planet? Let's find out. How to explain money to a Martian. To a visitor from Mars, money on Earth is a mystery. Humans will spend almost three of these just to make one of the exact same thing. Then it takes nine of these to make the three of those, and so on, at a recurring financial loss. But we do it anyway. The Martians call this stupid. We call it economics. And it's downright embarrassing when a Martian reads headlines like these about the guy who was recently America's chief economist and a presidential advisor. He cannot even explain what money is to other Earthlings, much less to an extraterrestrial. No wonder the whole solar system is laughing behind our backs. That's why someone, somewhere on Earth, had to make this video. I sure hope it helps. To be fair, nearly all humans sound confused when they talk about money. We call it bread, cabbage, clams, bacon, biscuits, cheddar, gravy, and dough, but almost none of it could be mistaken for food. Our religious leaders collect and spend vast sums of it to warn against collecting and spending vast sums of it. And for some reason, we stretch dollars, but we pinch pennies. If you make money in your business, you will be commended. If you make it in your basement, you'll be arrested. You can use money to do your laundry, but you'd better not launder your money. If someone gives you bills, that means they want you to give them bills. People say you can use money to grease someone's palm or to pay through the nose. Then they tell you to put your money where your mouth is. It all sounds terribly disgusting, but we mean well. On Earth, money is a big idea. The ancient Greeks used to say that man is the measure of all things. Now, man is the measurer of all things, and those measurements are made in money. Down to the dime, insurance companies and law courts can tell you how much your particular arm, leg, or life is worth. The only thing that every item in a supermarket has in common is a price. And we even say that time is money. So how did money get its start on Earth? Martians need to know that almost anything on Earth can and has been used as money. Cattle, chewing gum, chocolate, corn, giant stones, even kitchen utensils. Animal pelts such as deer hides have been popular. That's why we call $1 a buck. And our word salary comes from payments made by the Romans using salt. Perhaps the most successful money in all of human history has been this, the cowrie shells. We still speak of shelling out money to buy stuff today. Yes, just about any commodity will suffice, so long as it fulfills the three basic functions of money. Number one, a medium of exchange. Number two, a standard of value. And number three, a store of wealth. As a medium of exchange, Earthlings agree on something that can be traded for something else. For example, we can exchange a dollar for other stuff, such as food. The person trading the food for the dollar can then exchange that dollar with someone else in order to buy, say, an hour's worth of parking downtown. In this way, the dollar performs a second service. It becomes a standard of value, a convenient way to express the worth of something, no matter what it is. So instead of trying to value the parking space in terms of food, everybody can use one common standard, in this case, a dollar. Finally, being able to use the dollar to purchase anything we want or need, it becomes a handy way to store wealth for whenever we really need it. I may not need to park downtown today, but I can use that dollar whenever I do. Money then is better than barter, where we try to exchange random items for other random items, such as some chickens for a chair. Without some form of money, you must find somebody with a chair who also wants chickens, and then figure out how many chickens the chair is worth, hoping that the answer does not include a fraction of some poor chicken. Money makes all of this work so much easier. Money facilitates the efficient exchange of goods and services and helps to quantify and store wealth. And this has been accomplished using all sorts of things. But of course, some forms of money work better than others, as Earth history plainly demonstrates. At first, commodity money prevailed across our planet. In many ancient farming communities, livestock was intrinsically valuable and eventually became a common form of money. Many modern words associated with money derive from ancient terms for cattle, such as pecuniary, from the Latin word pecus. As a means of exchange, however, cows have limitations. For example, they are not fungible. This means that cows are not all alike. Some are bigger than others, and all parts of the cow are not equally valuable. Think ground chuck versus filet mignon. As a store of wealth, cows have to be fed and watered, and eventually they grow old and die. And then, goodbye money. So across much of the ancient world, metals such as silver and gold became the preferred choice for commodity money. It was desirable, durable, fungible, held its value indefinitely, and was easy to transport, hide, or store. Its use as money required careful measuring, with bits of gold or silver added to the pan of a balance until the right weight was achieved to complete a transaction. This meant that every merchant in a marketplace had to have scales, weights, and the patience to use them. Then, in about 630 BCE, someone in the area of modern-day Turkey had a brilliant idea. Why not pre-weigh the metals into standardized quantities and then hammer a stamp into each lump as a guarantee of its proper weight? These stamped lumps of metal were the very first coins. As long as people could trust the authority behind the stamp, metals in the marketplace could now simply be counted rather than laboriously weighed out. Checkout lines could suddenly move a lot faster, and everybody likes that. As a bonus, the stamps made money into more than just an economic expedient. It turned lumps of metal into art and information technology too. But even coinage could have its drawbacks. In China, coins were called cash, hence the term we use today. But this money was too heavy for merchants to easily lug around from place to place. So they invented paper scrip that the bearer could cash in for the real stuff. Paper currency allowed earthlings to conduct business with greater speed and ease, so long as it was backed up on demand by actual coins. There could be no more paper money than there was gold or silver on hand. When I was a kid, American paper money still made that solemn promise. It reassured us in plain English. This certifies that there is on deposit in the Treasury of the United States of America $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. But this is no longer the case. Now we use so-called fiat money, from the Latin word meaning let it be done. By government fiat, a $20 bill is worth $20 only because it says so, and it doesn't entitle you to actual precious metal. It can't, because we now print far, far more money than we have bullion to back it up. In fact, by the 1970s, all of Earth's paper currencies had abandoned their link to precious metals. It's all just paper money, pretending to have value. Without being tied to stockpiles of silver and gold, there is no limit to how much money a country can print. Joe Biden's chief economist said as much in his infamous interview. The U.S. government can't go bankrupt, he said, because we can print our own money. Then why, he was asked, is the nation so deep in debt if it can print all the money it wants? He was stumped. Now, this is the part that really baffles a Martian, too. In our modern economy, a penny and a nickel are worth less than the metals they are made of, and paper currency is just endless credit based solely on faith. The word credit comes from the ancient Latin verb meaning to trust. What happens when that fragile trust evaporates? You get economic chaos. In Germany after World War I, a cartload of paper Deutschmarks could not purchase a slice of bread. One German in 1923 paid 5,000 marks for a cup of coffee, and by the time he ordered a second cup, the price had jumped to 7,000 marks. All faith in currency was gone, leaving a trail of worthless paper. So you cannot print your way out of problems, because if you go too far, people lose faith in the paper money and the economy collapses. In the primitive past, when things got really bad, you could at least still eat, drink, smoke, or wear your commodity money. But now, to top it all off, earthlings are experimenting with a new form of money that nobody can see, smell, taste, or touch. It takes the form of dematerialized digital assets, wisps of computer code called cryptocurrency. Yes, it's still money and you can spend it, unless, like poor James Howells of Wales, your $766 million worth of Bitcoin only exists as code on a hard drive that was accidentally tossed into a landfill. He never even had the pleasure of feeling actual cash flowing through his fingers. More and more, money on earth relies upon faith. Believe in it and it works. Lose faith and it all falls apart. Money to a Martian might therefore be mistaken for one of our world's many religions. We build it temples and shrines, anoint its gurus, and emblazon upon it strange figures and symbols of a divine nature. Money has always been steeped in ritual. Some may even say superstition. We trust it to bring good luck and to guide our actions. Some humans hammer coins into trees and stumps as an act of prayer. Some leave coins on gravestones. Since ancient times, coins have been thought to possess the power to heal many afflictions. William Shakespeare mentions this powerful belief in the play Macbeth, where the touch of a coin can cure the diseased. Cryptocurrency may seem different in this regard, but remember, without form or substance, invisible and intangible, it can wield great power from somewhere out there in the ether of cyberspace. Money has become as otherworldly as the Martians themselves. I'm Dr. Frank L. Holt, examining a pod of cacao beans, one of the earliest forms of money in the Americas. Please hit the like button and also subscribe to this channel where you can find more videos like these.